sea of people, it's easy to get lost amongst all the stories we have to tell. With this platform, a new voice is being heard, one that offers real insight to transform, educate, and inspire greatness, always building, nurturing, and evolving with the times. Our goal is to make a statement, to transform the world, and engage all of its citizens. Accepting multiculturalism is taking the first step and listening to each other, uniting towards positive change. It's not about any one race, religion, or culture, but about uplifting and empowering one another. Standing above segregation is our game. Our vision is to expand, to create and implement change, zeroing in on what matters the most. Banding together to preserve and celebrate our heritage, cultures, and community spirit. Become inspired by real people, your friends and family, and see that impact within our society. Be proud of the work we have done together. Community focused, we are the Toronto Caribbean newspaper.
Welcome to another edition of Real Talk, our second edition, and we have Miss Alyssa back, and Keisha's getting all excited. Like
I'm back. She's already excited.
You guys, you can tell how this show's already going to be. We have in the middle. It sounds like we're like going to start a boxing match.
I know.
Right?
Let's get in the ring. We've got Miss Keisha Luke.
We have Miss Keisha Luke. You want to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, everybody. So whoever does not know me out there, I am Keisha Luke, culinary nutritionist, food healer.
All right.
Yeah.
So what is a food healer?
Yeah,
A food healer. So
Like, do you get vegetables and like apples and stuff like that and be like, it's okay, it's okay.
You were just talking about Buddhas, right?
So it's all about using whole food nutrition in order to assist in healing your body.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where did this come from?
Oh man, such an inspiration. It actually came from my own personal story.
Okay.
So being born premature and so weakened immune system. Growing up at around the age of 7, my mom lost her job. My brother raised me during that time. And so it's my story that actually is the basis of my business today.
So tell us your story.
Yes.
You know it was leading to that, right?
Yes, I know. So today, actually, because of that, when mom lost her job, and again, my brother raised me during that time, her friends actually would come every single week and bring us groceries. Love them. Let me tell you, it was the best feeling ever. It was the worst feeling when you're in it. You know what I mean? And seeing a parent like go through that, and it's kind of like as a child, like at the age of about 5, you don't know what's going on, but you know, like you feel something is not right. So then, every week her friends would come and they would basically just buy us groceries week to week until mom got back on her feet, which was like really, really quick because that's my mom. She's a warrior, man. I love you, mom.
All moms are. I mean, we just celebrated Mother's Day.
Shout out to all the mothers out there.
Yeah.
And so that basically is my inspiration and what really fired me up in terms of starting my own business of giving back, helping the community, and assisting and healing your own body. Because let's be real here. The only way you're able to assist others is by helping yourself.
True.
Nice. It's true.
Right?
I want to send a quick shout out to Miss Shireen Allison,
Hey,
who is
Shireen. Hi,
sending us
Shireen.
love and greetings on Facebook. So, guys, if you want to put your questions, you can put them in the Facebook greeting. Big shouts out to everybody on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Sorry for being late. Facebook was not agreeing with us. So we were on time. Just Facebook wasn't on time.
That's how it goes.
That's
every
right.
single time.
It happens. Hi, Shireen. Hi, everybody.
Yes, you have to meet Shireen. Shireen is awesome.
Love loves it.
And
Yes.
Shreen caters too, and she has her own like things that she whips up that are just phenomenal.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
See?
So, Alyssa, before we go any further, because we've talked about community, the keyword, right?
Yes.
I want to kind of give a basic description of what real talk is. Now that we have Alyssa here.
Well, yeah, yeah, 'cause I'm back, you know. So on Real Talk, for me personally, when I thought of the name even Real Talk, I'm kind of myself. I'm very unfiltered. I like to keep it real most of the time, 100%. Like, whenever I'm having a conversation with people, I like to know who you are, what you do, what makes you you, and what makes you amazing. And because everyone has a really cool, interesting story, and that's kind of what I want to find out on Real Talk. And also, I want to keep it, again, 100% real.
Keep it
And
funny.
I love now, when I'm talking to Alyssa, I'm not looking through.
Through my...
Because I used to be over on this side of the room. Alyssa was here, and then I'd have to look through
I'd be like,
the
"Hey, Grant."
and all you would see is the eyes like this, right? So this is good. We can have a conversation. Keisha's just here for fun.
I love it. Let's get real. Let's keep it 100.
So yeah, so that's the point of Real Talk. It's about the community. It's about really having real conversations about what's happening in the community. It could be on a positive note.
Yeah, it could be positive. We can talk about, issues that affect us, problems, but it's also about finding solutions.
Yes.
So that's the main basis of it. It's like, okay, yeah, we've got these problems. We can't just sit around and complain about things all the time. We need to come up with solutions and find ways that we can, help each other grow, and then, create something that everyone can build on in future generations.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So now Keisha knows what she stepped into.
I love it. Actually, Alyssa, you touched, you made a great point, because I always say this. It's great that we have, let's say, for instance, you understand, a lot of people will say, listen, I eat healthy.
Yeah.
I understand my body to a certain extent, right?
To an extent. I feel like there's a lot of things that you still, even and as you get older too, like, things change. You're like, but what's happening now? Something's different.
Exactly. And so one of my biggest things is you use the term solutions.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what my company, Keisha Luke Nutrition and Catering, provides. It is solutions. So whether it is for the on-the-go busy bee person who doesn't like to cook, who doesn't know how to cook, or sometimes
At least she's admitting to it, right?
she's on my meal service, or who perhaps may need a break from cooking. There's a lot of mothers, fathers out there that we need breaks. You know what I mean? Not everybody
People just
wants
want
to be in the
something
kitchen.
different, you know?
Yeah.
Like, people are so used to
Exactly.
eating, especially like in a West Indian household, we're so used to eating like curry and roti and rice and dal and all those things. So like when you get to change it up and it's like, oh, here's some veggies and something else, you're like, oh my God, it's different.
Exactly. And I do want to make a point, actually, because I am of Guyanese descent, okay, but mixed up with like everything else. They call me the UN, the United Nations.
Yeah. Cook up rice.
Exactly. I'm a cook-up rice. So with that being said, I do still use a lot of my heritage, like root vegetables and things like that. However, I do it in a healthier way.
So on that, what about, typically, because even in our household, we use a lot of rices and stuff like that, a lot of grains, which I know is not always the healthiest for you. So what are some of the options that you actually can suggest to the community itself?
Yeah, for sure. So for instance, brown rice. Brown rice would be one of the first rice that I would suggest.
Yeah.
Even a nice basmati rice. They even have an awesome brown basmati rice, which is amazing. Tastes
And that's
so
healthy
good.
for you?
Yes,
Okay.
it's whole, because now we have to go back to the whole grains. That's what it's about.
Okay.
So let's get rid of those heavy starches that are full of sugars. Okay, all of the things that
Which should be like white rice?
Exactly.
Okay.
Or many of the, let's say, foods that contain preservatives, chemical additives. Let's get rid of all that. And let's get back now to Mother Nature, to the source.
Okay.
So
okay.
lots of whole grains. So like I said, the brown rice, the basmati rice is great. Quinoa. Quinoa is amazing.
What is quinoa? Can you
Quinoa.
explain
I
what
love it
quinoa
so
is?
much.
Yeah, it's actually a full protein as well as it's a carb.
Okay.
And it's actually a whole grain.
A good carb? I
Oh
take it?
yeah,
Okay.
It's actually a complex carb, which is so good for the body. Okay, I love quinoa. I use it in my salads.
Salad.
Exactly, I use
Like,
it.
just eat it just like with rice.
Is that
with
those things
anything.
look like fish eyes?
Is
Smaller
that
than fish eyes.
Chelsea's laughing. But they're round with holes in them, right?
No, not at all.
Oh. Maybe I'm
They're
eating
like-
fish
they're like
eyes.
Really,
like really small? They're like seeds.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, almost like hemp seeds. Have you seen what hemp seeds look like?
Yeah.
You're asking Gran, he's like, what's a hemp seed?
So yeah, they're similar to like hemp seeds, but
I don't know what happened to the show, guys. Apparently, it's pick on Grant today, so it's all good.
But the questions are awesome. It's all about education, okay? And that's exactly what I do. I am an educator in all things food.
Okay.
So
okay.
again, if you don't know, ask. That's the most important.
For me, like, personally, when I was telling someone this the other day, but, like, when I go to the grocery, I get anxiety when I'm at the grocery store because I'm like, what do I buy? Like, what's good for me? I'm like, and then it's like when someone makes a dish for me, I'm like, oh, this is so good. But I'm like, I can't replicate that because I'll go to the groceries and just get lost. That's
Right.
what happens. So, yeah.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm going to say to this, Alyssa. Don't try to copy anybody. Be who you are.
Okay.
Okay? Find your niche, find your true love, and what works with you. Yeah. I'm going to give a little tidbit here, okay? As to when you are in the grocery store.
Yes, the grocery store.
Periphery. Okay? Everything on the outside. So you're looking at the whole grains of fruits and vegetables.
I'm
right?
laughing because when Keisha walked in, I said trouble comes in all sizes, right? So you'll hear she's just getting fired up, so it's just starting.
Exactly. This is real talk. So
Right?
let's get real talk
Yeah.
with some real solutions, right?
Yeah.
So everything outside in the periphery,
Okay.
that's actually primarily how I shop in
Okay.
grocery stores. Because if you notice, if you walk down the aisles, what are we looking at? Canned,
Yeah,
boxed
it's all-
things,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Frozen foods, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying all of those are bad for you, okay? There's select few things that I would suggest that you can use, different various canned legumes and things like that.
Yeah.
However, the majority of your shopping should always be done on the outside.
So for the average person, the consumer that's out there, they hear that you're supposed to eat things that are alive. They hear about the importance and that we shouldn't eat processed stuff. Can you break it down for the average person who may not know why processed food is bad for them? Maybe you can give it from your perspective.
Yeah, for sure. So actually, this was part of my personal life, my personal journey. When it came to processed foods, my mother never brought processed foods in the house. This was me though, as a student, a youth, and just on the go all the time.
Yeah.
It was quick, it was easy, it was cheap.
Yeah.
So what processed equals, it also equals death. But
But why does it
over
equal
time,
death? Right. Yeah.
So what we are looking at is the three main components: salt, sugar, fat.
Okay.
Okay, those are the three main components in processed foods.
Okay.
So when we speak about processed, we're looking at anything from GMO to genetically modified organism,
Yep.
which has been altered in some sort of way, shape, or form, primarily with, let's say, a base ingredient, maybe, let's say, perhaps corn
Okay.
or soy.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a lot of additives, preservatives, pollutants, and chemicals. So again, how are your foods being grown? What is the source? So I'd always suggest doing local shopping. Go to your local farmers. By the way, yesterday was actually like local farmer day and stuff. Actually, it's local week. Yeah, I just say local week. Yeah. So make sure that you go and you hit up your local farmers and grocery store and just say thank you to them. Because without the farmers, let's be real, how are we going to be able to actually get our foods?
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, but the other thing too about like even the farmers and stuff like that, it's like I find that because of all these housing developments that are going up, like what's happening?
You have to
the
travel
farms?
farther to
Yeah,
get it,
you
right?
have to go
Right.
up north to get this food.
But here's my other question too that people would be saying is that, okay, so you can go to a natural food store.
Yeah.
But my biggest disappointment was I walked into a natural food store and they were running stuff through and they're like, okay, this is organic, this is non-organic. And I'm like, wait, this is a natural food store. Why are you selling non-organic food?
Correct, conventional.
I stopped going there. So what does the person do? Because we live in a climate here where in the wintertime you can't get farm fresh food.
That's right. But, however, there are still local grocery stores. Like I know certain grocery stores, they actually do have local produce, like seasonal.
Okay.
So that's where I would suggest eating seasonally, because organic also does mean seasonally as well, right? Because only certain amount of crops are able to grow at a certain time.
Yeah.
So again, eat locally. When we think about organic, and again, I'm definitely not opposed to it because I use, again, my first way of shopping is local ingredients, and then of course it's organic. So, and or natural, all wholesome, all these terms that you want to use. But all of that encompasses, again, whether it's seasonally eating. I think that's so important, especially for our bodies.
That's how they eat in the Caribbean though too, because during the seasons, they have different things that grow, and if it's not in season, they don't eat it, obviously, right? But I mean, because they're growing it there literally in their backyard, it's like, okay, let me just go pick this mango and have it now because it's there. But if it's not, like, they don't miss it because they have other fruits and stuff that are growing the same time.
The typical, and we got to go for a break, but the typical Caribbean household would also have like the corns and stuff like that we would eat. And because it's so readily available here, we go to Walmart, we go and buy it without actually looking at where it's grown. And my rule of thumb is always, if it comes from the U.S., don't eat it, right? So, like, even yesterday, and we're going to break, but even yesterday when I was walking through Walmart, I saw that they had fresh corn there, at least that's what they said. And the moment I looked at it, because my first thought was, oh, barbecue, let's grab it, right? But I thought, hold on, it's not corn season yet. Let me look. And of course, it's U.S. corn. So we're going to pause for the cause, pay some bills. Chelsea is giving us the look. So make sure you keep it locked. We'll be right back.
When we are born, the world is a foreign place. We have not yet mastered the use of our five senses, and our eyes cannot decipher the complexities of judgments we do not know. As children, our innocence allows us to see a world of endless possibilities. We thrive in the world of imagination, creating a place where everyone writes a unique story, and there is zero judgment, since everyone is the same, yet unique in their own way. Over the years, humanity has altered our ways of thinking, creating stigma, judgment, and prejudice based on the history of our ancestors. We have trained ourselves to believe that our history puts us at a disadvantage in society. Our unique and exotic classifications are a testament to the diversity of the world. History doesn't have a future. It's set in stone. The possibility for change lies in our responsibility to know our self-worth, learning from the history, embracing and honoring our heritage, while educating, inspiring, and empowering others to see past what's in front of them to the power inside. It's not about what you look like. It's about realizing the potential of humanity and recognizing the greatness in everyone. It's time to invest in solutions, change the conversation, and think differently about our future. Life isn't a competition of who can do better than the other. It's about eradicating prejudice, boosting self-esteem, discovering our identity, and carving out our own legacy while aspiring to achieve greatness.
And welcome back. And I always say, as you can tell by these two acting foolish right now, the best conversations are during break. Right?
It's true.
If the mic was on, we'd be in trouble, though.
Behind the scenes foolishness.
So welcome back. We are back with Real Talk. We have special guest, Miss Keisha Luke, who is a health practitioner.
Yeah, holistic practitioner, but culinary nutritionist.
Right.
Yes. So all things food, using whole food nutrition in order to be able to assist in healing your body.
Okay.
Remember, if you have any questions, about eating right, eating healthy, you can ask. She's a nutritionist. She knows what she's talking about.
Yeah, please. Also, feel free to check out my website too, www.keishaluke.com. You'll also be able to, again, subscribe to my newsletters, all of that greatness, because once you subscribe, you get some goodies and all of that. Get some recipes.
Make it sound like it's Halloween.
Yo, it's fun.
Every day is Halloween.
Here's the thing about me too. I really love to browse recipes, and I like to collect them. But ask me if I make any of them.
See, and you know what? I love that, Alyssa, when it comes to that, because I also do have a healthy meal delivery service in and around Toronto.
And I did see the stuff that you brought in. It was really It didn't look healthy, but it was healthy. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
No. I mean, it looked like regular food that you would get in the restaurant or something like that. It looked really high end, tasty food, but it was healthy.
And
I can deal with that.
See, and because we're on Real Talk, I'm going to have some real talk right now.
I'm okay with that.
Just because things are healthy, I think we've transitioned in our society where it's like everything healthy has to taste like mud or taste like chalk and cardboard.
It's true. Like,
why?
We don't know why. And it's funny because now, like, when you see meals, people will season like food and like even like tofu, something like tofu, and eat it, and it tastes like meat.
Exactly.
And you're like, what am I even eating? And it blows your mind.
Right. Use your herbs and spices. And that's exactly what assists in healing. And that's what my healthy meal delivery is about. Again, it's for those people who don't know how to cook, who maybe want to learn. Or actually, well, not really want to learn because it's just food that's delivered to you, right? So you get it exactly if it's at the office, we'll deliver it to your office and or at your place of residence.
I'm so about that life.
Yeah, and it's a weekly meal delivery service. So
it's all about convenience this day. So we figure we got a mobile dentist now, mobile masseuse, and now we got Keisha who's going to be the mobile food supplier.
I'm telling you, you don't have to see. But that's called like maximizing your time in the day. Because you're like, I got this, and this. I don't have time to eat. I don't have time to go get a massage. I don't have time to clean my teeth. Like things like that. It's so funny. But I mean, we live in a world of convenience now. Like if I have to go and do extra work for something that I'm not really even trying to do, it's like,
who's gonna really do it?
And I'm so millennial.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that you mentioned that because right now there's so many people. Let's be real, okay? Our society, whether you have a 9 to 5, whether you have an entrepreneurial lifestyle, let's be real. A lot of us don't take care of ourselves as we should. No, okay.
It's true.
And that's why my company, Keisha Luke Nutrition and Catering, this is the solution. This is a solution for the on-the-go person, okay? This also is a solution for the people who want to learn more about how to cook, and that's through my cooking classes, /workshops. I can either come to you. We do private in-home, so bring a group of your girlfriends or your guy friends.
Oh, and that's like that party would be lit.
Yeah, exactly.
With Keisha? Yeah.
Every day is a party.
Are we allowed to bring wine?
Of course.
That's my party. That's my party. Calling Keisha. We'll be like, Keisha, my girls are coming over.
So that's what it's about. I also host a lot of cooking classes at actually the Le Depinier restaurant. Actually, I have one in July.
Where's that?
So it's downtown, Toronto. I will actually put the link. It's actually on my my website. Okay, so you can check that out, www.keishaluke.com. So again, it's all about providing people with solutions. Yeah. Guys, I get it, okay? Let's be real. I get it out there where people are like, Keisha, it's great, you know what I mean, in terms of eating healthy. I'm all about that. But I hear it's expensive. I hear I don't have time. That is like the biggest thing.
But hold on, okay. So before the break, we came up with a question and we kind of diverted to knocking whole food places. But the question was, what is the difference between actually eating healthy and then there's the processed food? Because, I mean, typically as an entrepreneur, we always go for the fast food. We do it here in the office a lot, too. Sometimes we have no time and we'll order out or order in. And, you know, we think sometimes we're eating healthy, but a lot of it's processed.
Right. So, yes, I mentioned the salt, sugar, and fat.
Yeah.
That's where I was getting to. So those are the 3 main components in a lot of processed foods, okay? Which also consist of artificial flavors and or colorings, preservatives, and other additives, whatever that may be. As we were mentioning, some corn, some may be soy. These are wheat especially, like these are kind of the basis, like kind of fillers, right?
Yeah.
Amongst many other things. GMOs, so genetically modified organisms and stuff like that. So that is the huge difference. And I want to just make a tidbit. When we say healthy, there's this term healthy and then there's a term nutritious.
Well, you also get a lot of fast food places that are claiming to be healthy. They have a healthy menu.
Yeah. Right. And this is why I want to make the differentiation between healthy and nutritious.
I didn't think about that. I've never really thought about it, but it's true. They're 2 different words.
Exactly.
2 different things.
Because many people, they'll turn around and they'll say, I am healthy or I eat healthy. Why? Because you intake fruits and vegetables. That's perfect. I'm going to say, okay, yeah, that's great. However, is your body absorbing the proper vitamins, nutrients, and minerals from the foods in which you are eating? That's what it's about. It's about the absorption process into your cells. Anybody can turn around and eat an apple and eat this and eat that. However, if your body is consumed and congested with a bunch of garbage, okay? Yeah. Let's be real. You're not going to absorb. Exactly. You're not going to be absorbing the nutrients.
Even eating nutritious is different for everybody because even like you had your own specific set of needs. I would need my own specific. Like Grant would have a different thing because I need even like Grant right now. Grant's you're exercising and you're losing weight and stuff like that. But what are you putting into your body?
good stuff. Come on.
And that's a lie.
No.
Real talk, you can't lie on Real Talk.
I go to the healthy section of the menu, okay?
Of the fast food.
No, actually, no. I eat a lot of wraps, whatever I could find. Especially being on the road a lot, it's difficult sometimes. So I try and eliminate a lot of the burgers and chicken burgers and everything else that's out there.
But here's my thing. Why would you have to eliminate this? So I'm going to play devil's advocate here, right? Because I am a person that I believe in eating anything. I'm not going to say everything, but eating anything. And again, just being conscious and aware. Sometimes we overdo it with the bad things. With the bad comes the good. It's the yin and yang, okay? So I believe in balance. You have to be able to balance the body. So for me, for instance, going back to the meals in which I provide people, I make burgers. I just make homemade burgers. You see
Because
the
you know
difference?
what goes in it.
Exactly.
Right? Opposed to buying something frozen from the grocery, like, I don't know what's in that.
And think about this. Once it's frozen, how long has it been sitting
frozen,
there for?
So it's dead,
Right?
essentially.
Exactly. To a degree, because I mean, there is a way in which you can actually freeze food and keep its nutritional value. It's not going to be obviously as high as something that's fresh, but you still do have some nutritional value in there. So going back to nutritious eating, again, going back to absorbing the vitamins and minerals and nutrients, that is what's important when it comes to food, when it comes to meals. And actually, speaking of that, I'm actually just launching a new program, and it's my juicing program.
Juicing.
Yes.
Juicing. So everybody out there, if you are listening, now is the time. It is seasonal cleansing time. Getting rid of all the excess toxins, all the excess garbage out of your body. Okay.
So give us an idea for juicing. What would be something that would be ideal for the average person?
Yeah, so apples, grapes.
Okay.
You know, these are great to eat. They help to flush the liver and the gallbladder, which is so important. And of course, your gut. Because your gut is like your second brain. Some people say it's your first brain, right? You know when people are like, oh, that gut feeling. Like,
Yeah, but you know guys have a different brain too, right?
oh, yeah.
We're talking about a second brain, right?
Real for a minute.
And then my gentleman to all, oh, I love you, men. I love men.
It's real talk.
Exactly. Yes.
You gotta keep it real. I mean, seriously. Like,
You do.
as a guy, I was getting offended. I'm like, oh, I don't think first with my gut. Yeah.
I love it.
Anyways, you were saying.
Insanity.
So it's all about that gut feeling, right? What
Yeah.
we talk about, you know, and sometimes I remember my grandma growing up and stuff, and I'll be like, you know, my gut, I have that gut feeling about that person. You know what I mean? So it always goes back to that feeling, your intuition. So it's almost like that intuition when you're eating, intuition, nutrition.
You're like, I know
right?
this is bad for me, but what am I still
But why are
doing?
you exactly? So it's like, okay, I'm gonna eat this. I know it's bad for me, but I'm still gonna do it. My question is why? Right? Again, everything in moderation, understanding your limits. That's really what it is. So if you are going to eat, let's say, you know, something with an additives, preservatives, like I said, I'm all about balance, man, okay? I do have my days as well. I'm human at the end of the day. So, and we're going to
You
be
open
real
up that bag of Cheetos and you're like, I'm going to eat like 18 of these.
I won't go that far, but...
That's me.
But I mean, here's my thing. Always love, right? Forgive yourself.
Yeah.
Love yourself. Because if you are going to eat it and you're going to feel badly about it, then at the end of the day, you're still not ingesting it properly. It's going to just sit on you. You're just going to feel it.
That's true.
That's an interesting point.
Yeah. So
Okay.
think about that. So I'm saying ingest it with love. And that this doesn't mean that you're going to go to McDonald's and I don't want to receive messages where it's like, Keisha, I ingested McDonald's with love and I'm doing it every day. That's not what I'm saying.
It's like when they say that, you know, it's the McDonald's smile, I'm loving it.
Exactly. I'm loving it.
That's why they sell it that way.
Right. I am not, I'll tell you that much. When it comes to fast food to me, that's like a no-no for me. I have a certain cutoff point.
Yeah.
So more so when I say junk food, it would probably be like, I don't know, like sweet potato chips or something, or you know,
And
maybe
I bought those
Cheetos
the other day.
or-
So I actually went to the grocery the other day. This happened. This is a real story. I went to the grocery day and I was gonna buy. I needed potato chips because I was just craving it.
Right.
And I was standing in the grocery section. I'm looking at there was like Lay's and there was like the other ones, and then there was like a sweet potato section. I'm like, I should buy the sweet potato chips. I'm like, but I really want these potato chips. And I was like, okay, maybe if I buy them with like half salt, I won't feel so bad about it.
But did you see the other ones that they have? They have ones that have like cassava in it and all this stuff.
Yes.
They're bad though.
I was like,
Dun, dun, dun.
I was like, not at all.
No, we bought them and they taste so good, right?
Yeah.
But then I started looking at the ingredients. The first ingredient besides of what's actually in there was sugar.
Oh.
They're
Yeah,
doused in sugar.
I would definitely have to want to take a look at those
Yeah,
ingredients.
but they taste great.
See, and that's the other thing. Read your ingredients, please, your ingredient list,
Yeah.
okay? Listen, if you cannot...
I ingested it with love.
I mean, you can't give him wrong then. He did exactly with love. He was like, I'm doing something good for myself right now. Oh, there's sugar?
Mentally, I was prepared. I knew that I was eating healthy. I just didn't care about the ingredients.
Well, it's funny because the same bag of sweet potato chips that I bought, like, chips don't last in my house. Like, they're gone within, like, 5 minutes of them being in the house. So the sweet potato bag of chips, it's still in the cupboard. Like, no one has touched this bag of chips. I'm like, it's hilarious.
Hold on. We gotta pause for the cause. We gotta get back on track.
Yes.
So we're gonna take a quick break, guys. So make sure you keep it locked. We'll be back on more. I don't even call this a show anymore. This is stupidest. But anyways, we'll be back.
All great leaders begin with a vision to start a movement, to make a real impact in society, communicating their message and aligning themselves with like-minded people to equip and inspire others to attain their vision. Creating a vital, healthy community is a group effort, and at the heart of it, you'll find local businesses and organizations fueled by committed people who are passionate about building a better tomorrow for us all. The Toronto Caribbean newspaper has started their own movement, promising to focus on the needs of the community, seeking out relationships with businesses and corporations that share in that same mission. We are legacy builders with one shot to make a difference, and together we can empower the community by adding value, instilling self-worth, and showcasing the cultural identity of our beautiful and ethnically diverse community. As business leaders, we have a corporate responsibility to set the tone of our community with principles led by performance-focused results. By combining our reach, we can provide a platform to establish and share our contributions with the world. We are all people working for companies that are interested in building a better community, helping people stand tall and be proud of their culture. If anybody has ever done it, then you can too. We are all capable, and working together, combining our skills and resources, we can make a change and leave behind an unforgettable legacy.
And we are back with trying to stay on track.
Every time we gotta break
So-
it, you gotta, like, rein us in.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so guys, if you're tuned in on Facebook, please make sure that you could leave your comments. I want to send a quick shout out to Shireen again. Blemaflex, I think I have that right. And Chandra Hussein. And as well as Scott Eccles and Sunil as well, that is tuned in.
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Thanks
guys.
for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you.
So, Alyssa, just kind of getting back to the whole chip thing, we can wrap that up. But I also wanted to say, so back home a lot in the Caribbean, plantain chips and
Yes.
cassava chips,
Yeah.
that's huge, right?
Yeah.
So something so simple as changing the oil that we use makes a huge difference for our bodies.
Okay.
Right? So whether we're using coconut oil, vegetable oil, which here and there, I'm not a huge fan of that, of using that all the time, but a good coconut oil, frying it in that.
You know,
it
I've
tastes
never thought
really
to cook
good.
anything in coconut oil because I'm so used to, like,
It
putting
smells
coconut
so
oil
much
in my
better.
hair.
It does. Like when you're
Yeah.
cooking, it smells better. It doesn't smoke as much as it has a higher viscosity rate.
Exactly,
Yep.
exactly. So it doesn't burn at higher temperatures,
Yeah.
What are
right?
some good oils that you can use to cook?
So if you're cooking, so a good butter, of course, a very, very good butter
Shea
is,
butter?
is still really, really good for you. No.
This guy's gonna cook with shea butter.
Good luck. See how that tastes. Let me know.
Trish will be going in later trying to look for a shea butter. I'm like, I use it. I put it on my toast.
Oh my god.
And of course, coconut oil, as I said, because these are oils that can actually withstand higher heat temperatures. Okay. Now, when we're talking about more of the lower temperatures, more natural oils and or oils that you can use raw, so avocado oil, sesame oil, peanut oil, olive oil.
But I heard
of
peanut oil
course.
is not good for you.
Do you make your own?
And
again,
do you make your own? Shots fired.
No, I don't even make my own. So really and truly, but no. It's all about. It's all about the source, right? The source of the peanuts. Where are your peanuts coming from?
Okay.
That's really what it is.
All right,
Yeah. So juicing, I wanted to come back to that.
That's important.
Yeah. So as I said, I'm launching my juicing program, which is going to be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually just finished my own personal detox.
Okay.
And it was actually one of my clients who started it, and she's like, Keisha, I want to do a 3-day juice cleanse. And I was like, this is awesome. She actually propelled me to start mine.
So what is it? What is a 3-day
We
juice?
should do one.
Yeah.
What does it consist of?
So it's 5 juices per day for 3 days, and
And
it's
that's
a
all you
minimum.
have?
It's
No
a,
food?
So I'm gonna get to that because it's a minimum of 3 days. You can do more if you would like. So for myself, whenever I do my cleanses, I do eat food with my juice cleanses, but I eat vegan. So that's the other thing for those of you out there. I do cook vegan, vegetarian meat, seafood, as well as I do soy-free, dairy-free, gluten-free, nut-free, and all the frees that you can imagine. So I find the reason why I personally do it with food is because I am a busy woman on the go. And for me, I know that my nutritional value, I need a lot more nutrients.
yeah.
Exactly, and energy, right? So that's why you would have, let's say, your 3 juices per day.
You need more energy?
Yeah.
It's hard to believe.
Fireball.
Shots fired back.
So you would do 3 juices a day, and that would be for 3 days or longer. And then you would have 2 vegan meals per day with that.
Okay, so no meats.
No meat.
Okay.
No meat whatsoever. You will actually be able to increase a lot of your protein, or actually absorb and intake a lot of your protein just from vegetarian and or in this case vegan sources.
Now, is that just for female or is it for male as well?
Nope, for male as well. For male. So I actually do it for both. I have many of my clients actually that really started the program. And like I said, my one client, she propelled me to do this. To start my seasonal program, I always do it seasonally.
Yeah.
So I do it twice a year on my own body. And that's really where it begins. Everything always begins with thyself, right? Being able to help and assist thyself, and then being able to assist others.
You can't give somebody advice if you haven't already taken that advice yourself.
Well, this is exactly it. And look how many people do that, right?
We know people like that.
Right? So that's why it's so important.
Shots fired outside the studio.
It's so important as to getting back to you, what works with you, what may not work with you. And listen, I'm going to be real. Not everybody wants to just live off of juice for the 3 days. I'm going to be honest with you.
No, but
okay?
that's a real thing because I feel like I get hungry.
Well, on my juices, you definitely will, because the way in which, what actually makes a difference between mine, you actually get a written up like a meal plan with mine as well. It's all included with delivery and all of that. So it is delivered to you as well. But on top of that, the process and the technique in which we are juicing, it's totally different, where you are being able to increase and intake a lot of the fiber content as well.
So let me ask you this. So your programs that you're doing, so the viewers that are watching it, the typical question like you touched on was, I don't have time, which you're eliminating that one excuse.
Now you have no excuses.
But
Think
hold
about it.
hold on. But the other thing is that we touched on too, is that people will say, well, I can't afford it.
I love this question. So
This is my most favorite question. I know her answer already.
So here's my
Alyssa's
thing.
like ready to jump up and down over in the corner.
So this is what I have to say to that. Invest in yourself. Okay? I don't care what that may look like. Let me tell you something. Back when I was 7 years old, 5 years old, if my mother turned around and said I couldn't afford it, I wouldn't be here today.
True.
My brother and I would not be here today. Single parent, growing up, raising 2 children with a mortgage, household. Like, are you kidding me? I can't afford it. Invest in yourself, because you know what? The amount of money that you're going to turn around and spend on alcohol, spend on cigarettes, on smoking, spend on clothes, like shopping and stuff like that.
But not even that. The amount of money that you spend with preventative on a preventative lifestyle, where it helps you get not only healthy but gives you more energy, versus the money that you would cost you, and maybe even loss of life later because you get sick because of your eating habits. It's
this
cheaper.
is a real thing,
Correct.
though. Like, I mean, even like I went to the doctor the other day too, and he was like to me, he's like, "No, you're fine. You're healthy." I'm like, to be honest, doctor, I was like, I could eat a lot healthier. I'm like, there's some things that I do that you would not agree with.
See, but the fact that you know this, again, be more aware of your body. You are the best doctor for your body, okay? And I'm not saying there's some amazing
I knew it was
doctors
okay
out
for
there.
the Big Macs.
There's some amazing...
For the record, I'm not a Big Mac eater. I don't like McDonald's. So
amazing doctors out there. Trust me when I tell you, I love them. But I have some great friends that are doctors and surgeons and all of that. However, with that being said, I am a firm believer that you know your body better than anybody.
Okay.
So listen to it. Why is it that we ignore the symptoms and or the signs until it's too late? You want help. You're asking for help. You receive help. You receive the solutions. But then you're sitting there and it's kind of like, oh, let me wait for a sign until it's too late.
yeah,
Right?
the
So-
sign is you're sitting in the hospital bed.
Right, exactly. So
And you're like, why am I dying?
exactly. So I mean, again, it's all about preventative. It's all about let's start now. It's never too late. I don't care how old you are. It is never too late to learn. To educate yourself. Even I offer online cooking classes as well. I have a cooking
Online
program.
cooking classes.
Yeah, it's a cooking program that I actually have, and I love it. I love it. So you can actually learn how to cook vegan, vegetarian meat, all of that, and it's with me in the kitchen with you. So you can purchase that. It's all on my website as well. So www.keishaluke.com.
Okay, so we're drawn to. We got 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
Give people a rundown of the courses that you offer and where they can get a hold of you.
Awesome. So I have my Nutrition It Up healthy meal delivery service, okay? And then I have a catering as well. So a lot of corporate catering too I do, which I love because again, the busy bees, the on the go, we don't have time, okay? Many people don't have time. So if you do have any private events, social gatherings, networking events, we will come to you, my company, as private chefs. We will cook up storms and bring you some awesome food. Again, that's dairy-free, nut-free, gluten,
And that's something
vegan.
that your guests can feel good about too.
Exactly.
Yes.
Look how many people may go to restaurants and it's like, crap, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. Or you go to private functions, it's like, I can't eat this, I can't eat that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? No more. You don't have to think about it because that's where we will save the day for you.
Okay.
Again, going back to the online cooking program that I do have as well. It's Quick and Healing Cooking. Okay, so that's all on my website. And yeah, all my workshops as well that I do in and around the city, which I love. And if you don't want to come out, then we can come to you. It's definitely not a big
You'll
deal.
organize a party.
Yeah.
Organize that. Keisha's coming. You know it's going to be a party.
So make sure you check out my website. You can, please, once you subscribe, you're going to get some awesome goodies. You're going to get some 5-minute meals, like recipes, quick and easy, ready to go. Once you subscribe to that, and then you can check out my blogs too. It's all, guys, it's all about information. Okay, I love educating people. That's what it's about, educating on nutrition and on understanding how to assist in healing your own body.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Because then you can't say you don't know because look, Keisha's giving you all the information.
Exactly. And make sure you check out my shop too. See, I told you this is all about solutions, okay?
Yeah.
So gas, bloating, indigestion, you name it. I have my own tea line. It's called Keisha
She has a
Teas.
tea line? Oh my god.
Alyssa, she lit up because you got to see Alyssa with her teas.
I love tea.
Yep, and it's called Digestive Warrior.
Oh my
and then I have another one which is called Kidney Power.
Oh wow.
And I have also healthy on-the-go snacks, which are called my crazy quinoa
So over the next
balls.
couple months, me and Keisha are gonna be best friends. When you
Yes.
see me in like December and I'll be like so fit.
And she's going to be jumping off the walls like Keisha.
True.
Man, it's all about positive
Guys,
energy.
Keisha is tamed right now. Like, I've seen her, yeah.
This is
I
low-key
am.
Keisha.
I think I am,
Low-key
yeah.
Keisha.
So, Keisha, it has been a pleasure having
Yo,
you
it's been
on.
awesome.
It's been awesome.
Having
Awesome. Thank
me.
you so
Oh
much
my
for coming.
goodness. I'm telling you, as soon as Grant called me and he's like, I would love for you to be on the show, and I was just like, and I'm like, yes! Yes!
So, and this is our first show.
Yes.
Our second first show.
Yes.
Yeah, it's our second show for Real Talk. Last week we had Christina, who did an amazing job filling in for Alyssa, and this is Alyssa's first show back.
Yeah, so
yeah.
it's been awesome.
It's a first for us
It's
both.
for everyone.
I love love it. I love it.
So, and we're all still adjusting because typically we're doing stuff when it
Grant's
was...
not used to having to just talk to me.
I don't know what to do
Grant's
with my
used to doing,
hands.
like,
I'm sitting
60
there,
million things.
trying to figure
I'm
it
like,
out.
I feel like this is the first show where me and Grant have actually had a conversation.
Yeah.
And Grant's not been like distracted and like touching this, and I'm like, Grant didn't even hear what I asked.
Probably because you guys can see each other.
I'm fidgety, guys. I'm fidgety, so I'm used to and I'm doing stuff at the same time. So for me now, I got like ADHD, so now I have to focus. So
Look at that. That's awesome. See,
Awesome.
whole food nutrition, man. I'm telling you.
so that's my problem.
It's
So
definitely
we
helps.
gained some knowledge, some insight. I'm gonna have to talk to you about that juicing program.
Yes,
because
we'll talk about
sounds
that.
legit. That sounds so cool. And is it like green juices and like other? Is it a mixture?
It's definitely a mixture. 5 various juices. So yeah, you can catch me www.keishaluke.line. Also, just drop me a line, man. Share
How
the
can people follow you?
love. Oh, follow me at Keisha Nutrition on Instagram.
Oh, gotta do that now.
And as well my Facebook page, Keisha Luke Nutrition and Catering.
Are you done your Facebook cleanse?
Yes.
Okay, so she's back online.
Yes, I've done my Facebook detox, social media detox cleanse.
Love that.
So I'm back online, everybody.
Okay, so before we finish up, because we are done, I want to send a shout out to Troy Bennett, who actually, Troy is someone you need to meet. Troy is a natural medicine person. I probably said that totally wrong. I butchered it. Troy, sorry. But anyways, so big shouts out to
home
Troy.
like
He says good work and awesome. Indra Prasad, as well as Fred Bennett. Fred, long time, man. So yeah. So
Hi guys, thank you. Shout outs to all of you. Awesome.
So this is it for this week's edition of Real Talk.
Been another edition of Real Talk.
It went
was
fast,
so much fun.
fast.
It was so
I
much
know.
fun.
Once we got Facebook to agree with us,
Yeah.
make sure you follow us on our YouTube channel. That is important. We broadcast
Click
live
to
on there.
subscribe. Make sure you
Click, subscribe,
Yes.
share this out. Please help spread the word. We are looking to bring out information, educate people, empower people, and of course, bring positive to all the medias that are out there because we know there's just enough crap that's
Yo,
out there.
there's enough problems in the world. We don't need to be another one.
So we're gonna
Yeah.
cut off for a little bit, and then I'll be back with the gloves are off with 2 guests, and it's actually complementing the show because we're gonna talk about the importance of feeding not just the body but the mind as well.
Oh,
Important.
that's
So-
awesome.
Important.
Can't wait to watch that.
So we'll see you next week, same time. I feel like the cheesy
Same
thing.
back channel.
Okay, so we got another cheese ball in here. So guys, we'll see you till next week.
Bye.
Bye.